we're going to kind of jump right to this. So, okay, does that sound okay? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, black belt. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, I'm going to build a little rapport. I'm going to say, hey, man, how about, I saw you had a Alabama. So, hey, roll Tide, man. Yeah, roll Tide. And she's going to, okay, so we're going to say this. So, okay, Neil, let's go ahead and get started on this. This is the copy of the mortgage protection lead that you all had sent in to me. Mm-hmm. Does that look like your writing?
It's actually her writing.
Okay, great. Perfect. Well, I need it back because it's my cheat sheet. Okay, this has all the information I need. Thank you for letting me into your home. My name, as I said before, is Mike Schroeds. I am licensed by the state of Tennessee to see what you qualify for. And my license is held with the Department of Insurance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions because I work for about 15 or 16 different companies. And there are 15 or 16 different companies that have about 250 different policies that I can match you up with. All of these companies train me to do this, okay? So in about 5 minutes of asking you questions, I'm going to narrow those 250 policies down to 1 or 2 for you, okay? Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what I'm going to do is just ask you some questions. And what I'm going to do towards the end, after I ask you some questions, and some of these are going to be personal, but I need you to be honest with me, okay? So they will be personal. They're going to talk about your health. We're going to talk a little bit about your finances. I'm going to see what you have maybe in insurance already, and just see if this is something you really need. But my job, once again, is just to qualify you, okay? And that's going to be based upon your health and your budget. I'm not here to soak you. I am here to get you what you need to protect your family. Okay?
That's good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get started on that. When I get done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 options together. I'm going to explain all 3 of those options depending on what you actually qualify for. Mm-hmm. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and submit the application. So you all know your socials. Mm-hmm. Okay. You have a government issued ID, yep. Military. Are you ex-military? You got that military vibe. Are you ex-military?
Yes.
Okay, great. I kind of figured. I live right near Fort Rucker. You know where Fort Rucker is?
No.
Oh, okay. So you was never stationed there?
No.
Okay. How long was you in?
Actually, I wasn't. I'm just okay.
I know. So, how long was you in?
A couple years.
Okay. Well, you're my dad's age, so I'm guessing you was in during Vietnam?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I appreciate your service to our country. And I appreciate your service because you had to put up with him being gone while he was in combat and things of that nature.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And I know you had to raise the kids by yourself.
Always, yeah.
Okay, did you see how I did that?
That's good.
You like? Okay.
I'm liking this whole thing.
So,
this is really
so anyway, so what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions. So, and to do that, one of the things we're going to have to do is submit the application for approval. There may come a point in our interview that I'm going to have to run an MIB. Okay? Do you know what an MIB is? Mm-hmm. It's just like your credit. You know, when you bought the house, they had to check your credit for us to because I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is a life insurance policy that if one of you two die or if the breadwinner dies, it's going to pay the house or a portion of it off. Okay? Mm-hmm. So that's what we're doing. Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and get started. Neil, I know you told me it's okay to call you Neil,
right.
But what is your given name at birth?
Neil, Neal, M. Brown.
M
as in Merritt.
Merritt? Okay. And as we sit here today, not what birthday is coming up, but how old are you right now?
61.
Not 62, not going to be 61. You're 61 right now. Okay.
Right.
All right. And are you retired or are you working?
Working.
What do you do for a living?
Construction.
Okay. By construction, you're not up on high elevation
No.
because it's important that I have to do a risk assessment on you. So right now, I'm just going to lay the crap on because I'm going to write you. Okay.
Yeah.
But I need to make sure that you're not a high risk. So are you ever 2-3 stories
No.
above, working on scaffolding? Are you having to tie down? Anything like that on a construction
No,
job?
material handling, ordering, supply chain. that
Okay.
kind of stuff.
You're not handling asbestos or anything like that?
Nothing like that.
Okay, those are important questions that I just have to know
Okay.
in assessing your risk. Okay,
That's good.
I'm just throwing crap out there.
No, it's good.
Okay,
I like it.
So, okay, so if you, God forbid, was on your way to work tomorrow and you died in a car accident, how much would Brandy be losing monthly?
That's a good question. Probably about 10,000 a month.
So she would lose 10,000 a month. Okay, Brandy, what was your given name at birth?
Brandy Lynn. Ellen Lynn.
Okay, but you are married. You're both legally married. You're legally married to each other. Okay, and you are Brown now. Okay, Brandy Lynn Brown. What's on your driver's license?
Brandy Lynn Brown.
Okay. All right, and how old are you?
He rocked the cradle. I'm 40.
Oh, hey, listen, do this. You go, boy. Do it. It works like you would not believe. And
yeah.
if she's older, you go. If they're 20 years,
Yeah.
you know what I'll do? I'll do this, and I'll go, and they die laughing. They die every time. I ain't got thrown out yet doing it.
No.
Okay, so
That's funny.
so I'll go, and usually the lady says, I'm a cougar. Okay, so so did you say you're 40,
Yes.
Brandy? Okay. All right, Brandy, are you working?
No,
You're a stay-at-home mom?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Can I just be honest? I'm seeing that you make $10,000. So no matter what, today, we need to get a policy on you. And I'm going to determine how much you need, but Brandy's going to be homeless if you don't have enough money to pay this house off if you die. Okay? And you are 21 years older than her.
But I'm really healthy.
I understand.
And what could happen?
Well, at 75% of all men have a heart issue by the age of 75. If you're on a 30-year mortgage, which most Americans are, you're looking at 91 before you pay this house off. So we need to get a policy on you because we need to lock you in at the age of 61 because at the age of 70 or 80, it's going to be too much for you to afford. So we need to lock you in because these rates are never going to go up. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
And you're really healthy?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're not making any money? Are you on disability, any Social Security?
Nothing.
And you have a great job, 10 grand a month. What do you do, man? I need to get in the construction business. Okay. Okay, you see that little there, Simon?
Yeah, you
Congrats,
were-
man.
you were a
You're the
part of
man.
it.
You know what you just did to him right there? Shoot, you just set it in place.
Yeah.
He can afford this.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So who handles the finances? Who knows what's going on budget wise? Okay. What's the balance on your house? I see here. I mean, y'all been here. Is that what you said? 6 months you've been here already? Okay. Great. So I see here that your mortgage was $385,000. What's your mortgage balance now?
It's about that because it's only been a few months, so we haven't paid much of it.
Okay, so is it fair to say maybe 380?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at about 380. Because you know how banks are, they're evil, right? So like if something would happen to you, do you know what's going to happen? And they see this equity because we're going to get to the equity in a minute. If they see this equity, because even though you're healthy, you're going to be making this equity go up. And what we want to make sure we do is if something does happen to you and she needs to move, that she can take the equity and move. Let me ask you something. There's 21 years between y'all, and I just need to ask you a very honest question, okay? If Neil dies, what are you doing?
Moving back home.
Okay, 80% of women move when their husband dies, okay? So here's the thing, Neil. I might be able to save you some money, by you not needing to cover the full 380,000. I'm kind of thinking, let's look at something that it's going to cover 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 10 years. But let's get it in a budget where, because it sounds like, and from your income, I'm guessing you have a little money in an IRA or in a 401k. If you die, she's probably going to get that. And you probably have some life insurance. Right. So you have all this stuff. Yeah. But when you leave work, you're going to lose that. Okay. So, and you need to understand it. And I'm in the business. People try to say, I'm not going to lose it when I leave. Yes, you are. Okay. And this is so that your family is not homeless. Okay. Yeah. So how many years did you mortgage?
30.
30? What's your payment?
Oh, gosh.
You can guesstimate, but get close.
1,800.
1,800?
would
Okay.
be close.
All right. What's the value of your home?
Well, let's make it easy, Matt. Let's say
What?
480.
Okay, so you have
$100,000.
100,000. Wow, that's awesome. I never sit with anybody who's been in their home 6 months. Did you put a chunk down?
We put a chunk down.
Did you hear that line? That line of crap? I've never sat with anybody that's had that kind of equity in 6 months. Was that a line or what?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Great.
that's awesome.
Get it in.
But here's the thing.
He's a rock star, you know?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Okay, but here's the thing, Neil. You have $100,000 in equity. If something happens to her, and you guys have 2 small children, okay, I understand. What you don't want is for something to happen to her. You're healthy.
Right.
Nothing may happen to you for 20 years. Right. But also, if something does happen, it may happen that quick. Okay? So are you both on the mortgage?
Yes.
Okay, you know why that's important, right?
Not sure why.
Okay. Because if something happens to you, Neil, does everyone notice I'm focusing on Neil?
Yeah.
We ain't selling her a pulse.
No.
We're selling him one.
Yeah.
Okay? So, if something happens to you, Neil, she needs to be able to negotiate with the bank. So if she's not on the mortgage or the deed, she can't do that. And by the time it goes through probate and you can get her on that deed, this $100,000, which, remember what I said about banks? They are what?
Yeah.
They're what?
Evil.
Yeah, so you was listening.
They'll foreclose.
Right, they'll foreclose. And there are bankers that look for deals like this.
Sure.
And they finance people like you, because when you die, they're going to make that money.
Wow.
And I don't want them to get that money. I want your family to get that money. Does that make sense? Okay. So,
It's good.
oh, okay. I wasn't.
I said interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I need to do. I need to ask you some questions. En vez de loco, no, la cabeza, señor, mucho loco, un poquito loco, no loco, mucho loco,
Muddy water.
muddy water. Okay.
Good. No problem.
No, mucho loco.
Okay. So what are you taking?
Nothing.
Well, you said it. You
I said
listen,
no.
ma'am. I do this for a living. Every time I ask that in Spanish, whoever responds to me is the one who's taking the meds. So, little postpartum.
Maybe a little.
Okay, so you're taking some Zoloft or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just some Zoloft.
Oh no! Hey, listen. No judgment. I have to take it too. My son was nearly killed in an accident, and I take it for that reason.
Oh.
Do you feel how sober that got?
Yeah. Back to the matter at hand.
Yeah.
There you go.
Emotion.
Exactly.
Okay, so, so I know you're taking Zoloft. Can I just be honest, guys? Do you mind if I'm honest?
Sure.
Because I'm seeing something here.
Okay.
She don't work. You can pay for this house. If she dies in a car wreck tomorrow, don't want you to. You can take care of this house. You're doing it right now. You can pay for it, right?
Oh yeah. For
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So, okay, why am I here? Can you tell me why I'm here?
Nope. Why?
Because you filled out a form that if something happens to him, you want to make sure you're not homeless and you don't have enough money in the bank to pay the house off.
True.
Are you worried about you?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
the kids.
Are you worried about if you die, or do you think he can make it without you?
I'm pretty sure he can make it without me.
Okay, so do y'all mind if I just ask you something? and you are important. You're the mother of this house. You take care of these people, okay? And you probably keep him in line.
Most of the
But
time.
financially, if something happens to him, you're screwed.
Pretty much.
Do you mind if I focus on him and let's get him covered today? Let's get it in the budget. Let's get as much coverage as we can. And if you decide at a later point you'd like to get something else, we can come back and cover her to protect you. But you need to get something to protect her.
That's really good.
Okay?
That is awesome. Because you've gotten her permission to talk to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now me and her are selling you.
Right.
Because when I do this, every time, this becomes my best friend.
Yeah.
Because Mike is sitting here going to help me because I know I'm married to a cheapo who's not going to want to put out $300 a month.
That's
Okay?
right.
Because we're looking at a $3,600 premium here
Yeah, 61 years old.
on one person.
Yeah.
Okay? So, all right. So you're taking, are you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to write a policy on her? I will if something happens to her.
Well, I'm interested in the cost. to
On
see-
her? Okay.
No, on me.
Okay. You just want to take care of you?
Well, I want to see where it falls because
Okay.
I don't want, if the payment's as much as my mortgage,
Uh-huh.
then I'm not interested.
I understand.
We'll figure out something.
Yeah, well, a budget is important to me. Like I said, I'm not here to soak you, but I'm here to be honest with you. And right now, you need something.
Right,
If you don't have something, your family could be homeless.
right.
Okay, and by the time this gets into probate, where she could get everything, if it had to go through probate, she's going to lose the money. Okay, so you need something, even if it's a year or 2 years worth of payments.
Right.
Okay, that's just being honest.
Okay.
Okay, that's my job. Okay, so, all right, well, you're not crazy, right? Any strokes?
Nothing.
Are you
No
diabetic?
No health issues.
Okay.
No arthritis.
You hear what he's saying? No health problems. I still am going to ask.
Yep.
Because I don't want a surprise along the way.
Okay.
Okay? So if you had a stroke or
No.
anything,
No.
are you diabetic?
Nope.
Okay, so have you ever had a heart, you see what I'm doing, guys?
Yeah.
You ever had a heart attack?
Nope.
Have you ever had a stent?
Nope.
Any blood issues? HIV? AIDS?
Nothing.
Herpes?
No.
I'm just kidding. No Hep A, Hep B, Hep C?
Nothing.
Okay, so you stayed clean coming out of Vietnam?
Yes.
Okay. See where I went there? Okay. So you
good.
stayed clean coming out of Vietnam. Everything's good. Okay,
Everything's
great.
good.
Any kidney or liver problems? Anything at all?
Nothing.
Any cancers that are internal?
No.
Anything other than something on your skin?
Nothing.
Okay, so everything's good.
I don't
So
know.
when I run an MIB, it's going to come
It's
back
gonna be-
okay.
It's going to be clean.
Okay, let me ask you. Have you had to take any pain pills in the last year? Been prescribed?
No.
Pain pills?
No.
Okay. You smoke weed?
No.
That's pretty blunt,
Should
wasn't it? Yeah.
Did you ask that?
Oh yeah.
Weed?
No, no.
It's on there.
It is on there.
Yeah.
He wanted to say yeah.
Okay, so Neil, do your here? This always makes them laugh, especially straight laced guys like Neil. Neil, do your legs hurt from running from the popo?
I remember you telling. No.
They don't?
No issues with the
Okay, so no DUIs.
No.
You haven't been in drug rehab.
No.
Okay, I'm not going to find out that you're down here getting Symbicort or whatever that methadone clinic place is.
Nothing like
Because I got to check your background as well.
You can
okay.
check it, we're
Any
good.
speeding tickets?
Nothing.
Okay, I'm not going to see you on live PD.
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Cops?
Nothing.
Anything on TV? Okay. All right.
You do that every time?
Just got it.
Oh,
Did they
wow.
check the speeding tickets?
Oh yeah.
DUIs.
I mean, I don't have one. I'm just
Do
asking.
you have 5 speeding tickets in the last 5
3.
years? 3 years. Or 3 in the last 5 years.
So
So I'm good.
did you see how I got to that though? I cracked a joke. Okay, now I'm guessing he's not a felon, but there are some people that I'll say, your legs hurt from running from the popo, and they'll go, no, I got out of trouble a long time ago. This is what I hear. This is what I say. My next question. All right, so is that felony outside of 10 years?
I had a guy like that.
Yeah.
It was.
And you got to listen to what they say. I got out of trouble a long time ago. Okay. So when you was young and dumb, you did something crazy. Yeah. How'd you guess? So I'm guessing it's probably a possession charge. Okay. No judgment. I just need to know when it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that
Okay,
a knockout? Sorry.
Yes.
Is that a knockout for all?
Yeah, just about.
it's term, we're doing term, and it's,
Yep.
yeah, okay,
Well, we were. We might be. You don't know.
I don't know.
Right? Okay, so, all right, so, if I run an MIB, everything's going to be good, right?
Yes.
I run your background, everything's going to be good.
Everything's good.
Okay, I need your driver's license because I'm going to have to check the DMV.
Okay,
Okay, can you get me that?
yeah. Do you write down, I mean, is that something they ask for, driver's license number?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, still 6 foot?
Yes.
What do you weigh?
Shrinking, about 200.
About 200?
Yeah.
Okay. Was you over 6 foot at any time?
No, no.
Did you ever measure 6'1", 6'2"?
No, I think I'm 6 foot.
6 foot and 200?
200.
Okay. Now, if this was a female, the reason I'm getting this license is so I don't have, because in our state the weight is
weight
on
is
there,
on there?
and if she's a little chunky, I'm like if I know she's 250, I'm looking hopefully that license is going to say 170, and I'm not going to ask her a thing.
Yeah.
She's in weight because I have documentation that she weighs 170, and I'm not getting her mad at me.
In Tennessee, you gotta ask the question. I
The
always
Alabama
say,
license shows it all on there.
Yeah.
In
Height, weight,
Alabama,
everything.
okay.
okay.
All right. So okay. Okay. So let me ask you, outside of work, because your work, if you die at work or whatever, you all understand that. Do you have any life insurance outside of work?
No.
What do you have at work? You're 61. You have no life insurance.
At work I do.
That ain't. I'm gonna tell you, brother.
Right.
If you don't die on a Sunday with red underwear on, that will not pay out.
That's good. That's good.
And I'm going to guess it's an accident. It's if you went to your HR, it probably says something like ADD, right? You know what that stands
Accidental
for?
death.
Accidental death and
Okay.
dismemberment. That means that accident is the only way she's getting money off of that policy.
Yeah.
Okay. If that accident, according to their own, I said, and I'll say this: if you want me to read it to you, I will. Just go get the policy. But this is what I do for a living. I'm reaffirming that. Okay. This is what I do for a living. If that accident is your fault, it will not pay out. If you have an accident and your seatbelt is not on, it will not pay out. If you're on vacation, you're off of work, so that means that this does not cover you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying, Neil?
Yeah, so at work they say I've got 50,000. I do in fact, I mean in real life, I do in fact have a $500,000 term policy.
Through who?
Through, you don't want to know on tape here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do, I can provide that for you. So it's through a separate company, but that's really, in case something happens to me, it pays for lost income.
Well, I know that. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. This is to
Yeah.
cover your house.
Right,
That
right.
500 because you make $120,000 a year.
Right.
So let's say you die. 500,000 is gone like that.
It's a couple years, I get
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
this is
so you
why-
understand that.
This is why we were doing something for the
Okay,
mortgage
this is
to kill
it's a
that.
good man.
Yeah.
That's a good man. You better keep him.
I think I will.
Okay. Did you see what I did there?
That's good.
Build him back up.
I'm getting, it's
Okay,
good,
so-
it's good. You
All
really,
right. So, all right, Neil. Neil, do you have a preference of term or whole life? The
I
reason
don't
I'm
have a-
asking is because I've gone down the term road and people said, I just want whole life.
Ah,
Wow.
interesting.
And he's 60 something.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my view, honestly, I mean, term's always less expensive.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. You can get more coverage if you
can get more-
qualify.
You can get more coverage if
Okay.
you qualify. So,
Here's the challenge. You're 61.
yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, $300,000. I can write that because of the volume of business I do with Americo. Americo gives me the privilege that I can write more because when I call, they know me because I'm one of the largest producers in the country. Most people that you meet can only do $250,000, but because of the volume I do and the reputation that I have with our carriers, they know I'm honest and they know I bring them good business. You hear all this?
Yeah.
I can write you for $350,000. Nobody else can do that without swabbing your mouth, taking blood, peeing in a cup. Okay? I'm not going to do that. I actually have the authority to get you covered today. I'm the field underwriter. Okay? I'm really here to make sure you're not attached to a hospital bed. Okay? So on paper, you qualify for our very best program.
It's good.
Do you like that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good line.
Right now on paper,
Yeah.
but I still have to run your MIB.
Okay.
I need to make sure nothing's going to pop. Okay? I have to see it before I can do it. Okay, now listen, he's perfectly healthy. I'm trusting him. I believe him. He's not taking any medicine. I'm going forward with America.
What's that thing you said about the 350,000? Is that true?
Yes,
You get special privileges because you're a top producer?
yes, I do.
Because I read that.
Yeah.
Anything over 250,000, they need blood work.
Yep. Okay.
Interesting.
So I lay it on thick
You do.
at that point.
That's
Okay.
Very.
I love
So you know, so you said that. Here's what. So your average Joe that comes in here, he's going to come in here,
Right.
and he's going to just see what they don't know. They don't get the training I get. They don't know who to put you with.
Right.
I know. I know the company that's going to pay her the fastest, and that's what makes them number one to me. Neil, I had an agent get murdered, and it paid out within 10 days. That's what I want, because I'm the one that has to bring the check to your wife. I don't want her mad at me, and I don't want to put you with a company that's going to take 60 days to get a
Right.
check.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And right now you qualify. I mean, as long as nothing pops on your MIB, let's get something in budget. Let's get you covered today.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So Neil, I've already told you I can write $300,000.
Okay.
I'm going to show it to you, but get some padding around your chair so that when you fall out, okay. I said, you're 60, okay, bro.
Right.
And I'm going to be honest. I can only cover you for 25 years. Okay. Most companies can only, in case she's interested, most companies can only cover you 10 or 15 years. I can get you 25. Once again, because of the relationship that I have, that's a bunch of crap. But because of the relationship that I have with these carriers, I can get someone that is as old as you, 25 more years, all level, never going to go up. So if I get you approved at 61, at 81, you're paying 61-year-old rates. Okay? Now, I'm going to slide him a piece of paper. Now, what I'm going to do, listen, you have a good plan at work. This is what we call the HMS 50, this piece of paper. And what I start doing is I start scratching stuff off. Okay? HMS 150. So, see that 50 right there, Neil? What that means is if you die by accident, she's actually going to get 50% more. So let's say today you go with $150,000 worth of coverage. That is half of your mortgage.
Right.
Okay. Let's say that you're going to get $150,000 worth of coverage today. Okay. So if we're doing that, and you pull out here and a semi broadsides you and kills you in your car in the morning, she's actually going to get $225,000. Do you travel for your work?
Yes.
You
sure
do?
Yeah.
So let's say you're in an Uber car, and you know how crazy people are right now?
Yeah.
You've paid to be in that Uber car. If you die that way, it's going to actually pay out $300,000. Okay? So those are just some benefits we've added, but that's not even the best part. Not only, like I said, it's going to remain level. Remember when me and your dad bought a house?
Yeah.
And remember who got protected? Who got protected?
The bank.
The bank did.
Yeah.
That's right.
PMI.
Now, what we did as insurance carriers, what we did was we went to the carriers and said, look, the banks are getting the money. The families are still losing the home. So here's what's going to happen. The money, because a lot of people don't understand this. You might be sitting here thinking the bank's going to get a check if you die. What's going to happen? This payout is never going to drop. So as you pay your balance down, let's say nothing happens to you, owe $50,000 on the house. And today you get a $150,000 policy. And on that day you die in a car wreck, which is $225,000. What we're going to do is we're going to send Brandy a check for $225,000. She's going to pay the house off because that's what this is for.
Right.
And she's going to take $175,000 and put it in their pocket. It used to be that the bank got it all and the families didn't get any money. And that's what we did. We went to bat for you guys, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 3 plans real quick. And what I'm also going to do to save you some more money is I'm just going to do an HMS 125. What that means is you're going to get 25% instead of 50%. You don't need a 50% accidental. You need to pay the house off if something happens. But listen, 25% comes with the original policy anyway, so it's not going to cost you anymore.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
okay.
Let's start with 150.
Yeah, so we're going to start, because he might say, I'd like that accidental.
Yeah.
And then again, he might say, oh, saving me money. Okay,
That's
so,
my style.
yeah, okay. So, okay, here's the paper. You're looking at the paper. Unfortunately, Neil, because you've hit 61, I gotta let you know. Oh, wait. I forgot one part. Okay, so Neil, the great thing is what we've added in the last couple of years, and this is the only company that does this. If you get chronic, critical, or terminal during any point of this, and you go over,
Living benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
you will receive 100% of the payout while you're still alive,
Yeah.
and you don't have to die to get your money.
Okay.
It's up to 100%.
Up to 100% depending on your age, yeah.
Okay. Here's the deal. If you're sick enough to take a part of it, take it all. Okay?
Do we get to determine that, or does
Your
the
doctor,
insurance
the
company
insurance
do-
and doctor will collaborate.
Yeah.
But from my understanding, if you're sick enough to get part of it, you're sick enough to get all of
Okay.
it.
Okay.
They pay out up to 100%. The wording is right that my friend has said, but you're going to take it all and close this policy out because you don't want to pay any more premiums,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. You're really good at what you do.
It's good.
Okay, so. All right, so here's what I'm going to do.
Right.
Let's say your balance is
9 minutes.
$300,000. Okay, so you $300,000. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 100% payoff.
Okay.
Okay, don't fall out.
Okay.
Okay. I want to show you 50% because you're healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking at the first 15 years for you.
You're
I'm
the
looking
back
at that
half.
back
Makes
15.
sense.
Because, you're going to be 75 and older.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, though, this is only 25 years. Okay? But by then, you'll have built your wealth, retired. Hopefully, you'll know what's going on. So, I'm going to look at the full 300,000. We're going to do 150,000.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I want you to consider, and this is something that can be on you for the rest of your life, and the payment doesn't go up, and what we're going to do is protect some payments, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to show you the full amount. I'm going to show you half of it. Then I'm going to show you a little different plan. Do you smoke?
No.
You don't? Do you dip?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, if you did, don't worry about it because the company I'm going to put you with will rate you as a non-smoker.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do the HMS
It's warm. It's
125.
interesting. It says state of Tennessee across the top. I've never seen that before.
No, I noticed it too.
So your payment is 1,800.
Right?
So 1,800 times 1,200 is you pay about $15,000 a year for this house.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'm going to show you, Neil. I'm going to show you 30 with this that will be on you the rest of your life. That's going to get you 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
If you die by accident, it's going to pay another 30. So that's going to get you another 2 years. So that's $60,000. That is the most on this type of plan this company will give you.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is a little different. These are term.
Mm-hmm.
This is whole life. Your living benefits on this do not apply like they did on this. You understand that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're really not looking at this if you get sick. We're looking at this if you die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're protecting her house if you die. All right, so, and we've established right now, this would get you about 4 years if you die of an accident and 2 years worth of payments. Okay, so this 300,000 at 25 years, it came in, and I'm just going to, okay, you all blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let me total
You're
these
working
up
on
real
stuff.
quick. Okay.
You need to go somewhere you can go.
No, you're fine.
I'm just getting the good stuff here.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
All right, guys, thank you. So real quick, everything I said, does it make sense? I know we've had
Yeah.
fun and joked
Yeah.
around, and I appreciate it. I wish everyone was as nice as y'all.
Thanks.
Thank you. But get to the bottom line.
I understand, but
Like he said,
and I know you want to get to that, but really, I meet a lot of people that are just mean, and I appreciate y'all being nice and the water you gave me and everything. So here's what I've come up with, and I want to explain this to you. And then what you're going to do is you two are just going to kind of look and talk to each other real quick. Tell me which one fits your budget, and that's the application I'm putting through tonight.
Oh, that's good.
oh, yeah.
So,
So
as we talked about, the $300,000 at your age, HMS 125 for 25 years would be $795. Now, the
like
HMS
half the
one,
mortgage.
do
I don't want to do that.
did you notice I didn't bat an eyelash at telling you that?
Right,
Because there are some men, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay, he's an idiot, but that's what he wants. Okay, so 100. Now here's the thing, your health, because I heard you say that. Your health is good, man. Can I tell you what I would do?
Sure.
First of all, Neil, you don't need this one.
That's good. I like that.
I crossed that off.
Yeah.
You don't need it, man. Really, you're in great shape, because I've already heard him object to that price. What you need is this one or this one. This is half of your mortgage. Remember that later half of your life, that after 75? That's where I worry about you, because that's where something could and will happen, right? I would say at that point, your mortgage is going to be well below $150,000. So if something happens, that $150,000 is only $389. What keyword did I use?
Only.
Okay. Now, remember also the whole life plan we talked about. Now, the great thing about this, these are going to stop at the age of 86, and I want to be very clear about that. When you're 86, you will not have coverage.
Right.
You will not get any money back. It is over. You've covered your term. Do you understand that? This one will be on you for the rest of your life. Okay? Now, the thing is, let's say you pay your house off and you still have this in place. This can be left, or even this one. These can both be left as traditional life insurance. So let's say you hit the lottery. You pay your house off, and you've got $150,000 life insurance or $30,000. These can be left as traditional life insurance. Okay, so the $30,000 plus 30 would be 60 if it's an accident. And I want you to understand this as well. If you have a heart attack, she's getting 30.
Yeah.
That's 2 years worth of payments. If you have a car crash and die, she's getting 60. Okay.
Right.
Now this is 219. So Neil, do you understand everything?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, great. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to push this your way. I want you two to look at this and come to agreement on what is best for your budget. And listen, go with what's best for your budget, because a little is better than nothing.
Are these actual numbers, or just make those up?
But I know it's about
Yeah. Because the way I would look at this is that here you're getting 30 grand for 219. Here you get 5 times the amount of insurance. It's not even twice the amount.
They might.
Right? So I mean, it's a better value. I don't know if I would spring for $389 a month.
Well, what? Okay. What did he just say?
I don't know if I want to spring for that.
What do you feel like you would like to have? How much would you like to have? Where do you feel safe?
Well, it's about her and where, I mean, there's an obligation, right? I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this really for my family. So, I'd like to not go over $300 a month,
Okay.
right?
I think I can get you there.
Yeah, right. Bring me home, Daddy. Bring me home.
Okay. Actually, I can get you 100,000 for 297. I can't believe that.
$297. That's a good price.
That's
I can live
100,000
with that.
for 297. Okay, you like that?
Because that would give us how many years on the mortgage?
25 years.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
100,000.
100,000.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. You're talking 2, 4, 6, 7 years. If it's an accident, it's going to cover 10 years. I'm kind of liking that myself. Do you know why I'm saying that? Because he said he likes
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm kind of liking that. Now that I look at that, 219 for that, I would do one of these two. If you can do 389, great, or 297. Which one best fits your budget?
Well, so I like what you just came up with, and we'd probably talk about it, and then maybe in a week or so we'll circle back with you, and we can get that written up. And
Okay, where did I go wrong?
what do you mean?
Did I not explain something? Right.
It's a lot of money.
Understand.
We
I
might-
understand that. So here's the deal. My job is just to get you qualified. Let's see if we can get you approved first. Once we get you approved, I'm going to do something y'all shouldn't do. But I'm pretty good at this. Once I get you approved, I'll throw in a 30-day free look. I'm going to draft your first payment. Give you two time. But I'm going to tell you, when she sees this policy, she's not going to want to give it up.
That's good. I like that.
There's a reason he's done it. 8,000.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw in a 30.
But what word have I not said?
Cancel.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you feel like saying we can go up or down within the next 30 days?
No, because I know what he wants. He wants $300 at 100,000.
Yeah.
He's just got to get the gumption to say, let's do it.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Well, you gotta move me in that. I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna do it, but I just wanted to hear how you handled that.
Yeah, I know.
Which is really good.
And that's good.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, I have to get you approved.
So what would we do next?
Well, really, I've got your ID. I have to run your DMV, they do
Yeah.
that. I don't.
Okay.
And here's what I do. I take a picture of your driver's license. Here's what you handle the money. Okay. Do you draft off checking or savings?
Checking.
Okay. Can you go grab that checkbook real quick?
Sure.
It's a sale. You know why?
Yeah.
She just said sure.
Yeah,
I got a question real
I
quick.
like it.
I've heard on some trainings,
Yeah.
some people go
So
through
good.
a
So
whole
hard for 'em.
appointment and then find out they don't have a checking account, anything like that. So, how do you
Yeah.
do
Well, this
that?
was a family that I was pretty sure they had a checking account. I think at the beginning I asked you if we had a checking account, didn't I?
Yeah,
Or
no.
did I forget?
My only
I may
regret.
have forgot.
If you did, I didn't.
But this would be the type
I
of family
thought
that I
this-
would assume
You
they have a
did, yeah.
checking
You're
account.
Making 10,000 a month.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
They're gonna have a
what
checking
if?
account.
And I almost regretted through this saying 10,000 a month. I'm just thinking, well, how much are we making in the business, real life? What if I only make 3,600? Well, no, I would never get a mortgage of that size. But let's say
But you might because they do.
more like 5,500, and I'm fretting over. Gosh, it's a lot of money.
And she's still the only one working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start this at 30. I'm going to put this at 20. And I'm going to put this at 10. And we're talking nothing but some payment protection.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because your budget's a concern.
You're not even showing the term.
Nope.
Okay.
The only reason I showed you term because that's how
Because of
much
the
you made.
income. Got it. Okay. That's
Because
good.
you might have been saying, you know what, I love this girl. If I die, I want, and I would be glad to take that $800 a month payment.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael Strode. Thank you, sir. That was awesome.